So Reagan was born, so we were in the hospital for 6 days, fighting off labor. We kind of anticipated, after being to and from the step-down units, that this baby was probably going to be coming sooner rather than later. So the goal was to fight off labor until the due date. But they tried, did everything they could. They stopped all the meds that were delaying the labor. Within 10 to 12 hours after that, she ended up delivering. Luckily, she was healthy. From what we knew, she was crying when she came out. I was able to cut the cord. She was able to hold her. So we were kind of lucky and fortunate at that point. She didn't necessarily get taken immediately. So
Reagan was born at 25 weeks and 6 days. Reagan weighed 1 pound, 11 ounces, and was 12.5 inches long. Reagan was in the NICU for 88 long days. And it was nothing short of a roller coaster ride.
She had fairly decent course. I mean, given her size and her weight, she had, obviously her lungs weren't developed, so we had to make sure that her lungs were developing. She did have a surfactant treatment. One thing she did do, though, she, being as feisty as she was, she self-extubated herself. I remember watching the nurse come in, and she kind of had a little bit of panic in her face. You could see her O2 stats were dropping. Luckily, within 2 or 3 minutes, they figured out what was going on. They figured out extubate her, then re-intubate her. And of course, we were in there for that. We were just ready to go to dinner, and we stuck around for a little bit longer, and you literally saw her O2 sats in the 20s. So pretty scary.
When you hear the words respiratory distress, it's never good.
Yeah. So this is Reagan today. She just turned 2 at the end of July. We brought Reagan home on October 24th, 2016. So just shy of her November 4th due date. And so we kept her in a bubble for the first 6 months of her life there, just to keep her from catching anything. And then she's hitting all her milestones, and you can see she's pretty active.
She loves balloons.
She loves her balloons. Anything with a balloon. She loves her dog. So obviously our situation has ended very well, and I we'd like to thank the doctors and the nurses. Also, more importantly, all the funding that the March of Dimes does. Everything that Reagan went through or treatment she got, I'm sure one way or the other was tied back to the March of Dimes. We were fortunate enough that things ended up well for her. She's happy and healthy, and so we'd appreciate, and I know a lot of others would appreciate, and people that don't even realize in 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, that they're going to be using the research that the March of Dimes does, they will appreciate it too.